Of this, I am sure.
Right guys, this is going to be additional commentary for like 5 minutes, just explaining and breaking down the clip that you just saw and how I achieved the solo one phase, the final Menagerie boss this week, which was the Vex Minotaur, the guy that does the walls. Okay? So it's just for those that want to know, it's just at the end of the clip rather than at the start, so that you watched it. I couldn't have commentated over the clip and explained all the buffs while it's going on. There's just too many buffs going on at once, and I can't give you the numbers either while doing it like that. That's why we're doing it this way. So first I'll tell you the modifiers, what we had equipped, and then give you the numbers at the very end. So first of all, the modifiers. So it was a solo Menagerie normal, it was not heroic. Okay. So the heroic modifiers work differently. They are on a weekly rotation, whereas the normal Menagerie modifiers are on a daily rotation, in line with the strikes, story missions and all that stuff. Okay. I will go out and say straight away that you cannot solo one phase the heroic final boss this week. It isn't possible, 100%. Maybe if the heavyweight was on there, you never know. But no heavyweight, no, definitely not possible. Reason being is that you have 40 seconds to do this. The challenge is solo one phase, okay? It's not 2 phase, 3 phase, 10 phase. It's a solo one phase. You could certainly solo the Menagerie heroic encounter. I don't know if anyone's done it, like as in get to the boss and actually solo the boss. I haven't seen anyone do that, solo the boss on heroic. So I'm not saying that's out of the window. Okay. As for normal, even heavyweight's required for normal. Without heavyweight, you saw the time, like there's 40 seconds to solo one phase in. I'd just done it just before that. So without heavyweight, which is a big buff, wouldn't have been possible. A solo 2 phase would be possible, however. So just thought I would say that. So next I'll show you what I had on, which you've seen. So it was a Well of Radiance. I had a backup rift and empowering rift on as well, which I did need at the very end. These are 2 different damage buffs as well, which I'll get into. I won't talk about weapons too much, but I will talk about the heavy weapons. So I had Swarm of the Raven on, which is the Iron Banner grenade launcher. Which is an aggressive frame. Those are the best frame grenade launchers that there is. The 3 factors that went into this weapon. Okay. Number 1, the fact is that it had spike grenades on. Number 2, that it had boss spec on. And number 3, void singe. So void singe is taken, obviously it's playing into the modifiers this week because void was on. So that's with that. As for my armor, I'm not going to talk about individual perks. It's solely about the raid mods only. Okay. Wasn't optimized for perks, it was optimized for the raid mods, since the raid mods are what really count for this sort of challenge. Okay, so I had on my helmet Given Hand. So for those that don't know, for any Leviathan based activity, like all the raid mods work in the Menagerie, so any ad kill, red or yellow, you're gonna get a chance for heavy to drop, which it does stack with heavyweight. I could certainly tell from that. As for the gauntlet, I had Strike and Hand on, so for that to proc, any red or yellow, any ad, you get a melee kill, you get Strike and Hand to proc. Power Overwhelming was on the chest plate, and for that to proc, it's a little more complicated. You need to get a power weapon kill on a yellow bar, must be a yellow bar. I don't know whether it works on orange bars, I can't remember, but in this specific way, it was a yellow bar. We also had Learner Boots on, which is no brainer, so we had that on. And lastly we had the class armor on, so that is for solar, and basically that buffs your Well of Radiance additionally on top of what Well of Radiance already is. Okay, so that's basically what I equipped, that's what I had on. So I'll talk about the numbers now. I ain't going to multiply it all together, I'm just going to detail all of it out since I'm not like that or something. So first of all, the activity modifiers. Heavyweight, void singe. So heavyweight was 100% damage buff. Void Singe buffed my swarm by an additional 25%. Heavyweight was obviously for the power weapon as well. Then for the Well of Radiance itself, it was a 35% damage buff for 30 seconds of the DPS phase. So as you saw, it ran out. Once it ran out, I popped an Empowering Rift, which is 25% of a damage buff. Not only that, then getting on to the Strike and Hand and stuff. So the Strike and Hand was a 20% damage buff for 9 seconds once I killed the Harpy. Combine that with the melee of the Well of Radiance, the Guiding Flame or whatever it's called, that was an additional 25% with it for 6 seconds, the Empower buff is. Then for the Power of Overwhelming, that was a 15% damage buff for 30 seconds when I killed the Harpy. So 30 seconds from when I killed the Harpy, bear in mind. It took a couple of seconds to do that, to then melee the Harpy, to then pop a well, whatnot. So I didn't get the full 30 seconds out of it, but that was fine. I had more than enough time out of it. Then finally the class spawned was an additional 25% on top of the Well of Radiance. So the Well of Radiance was 35, class spawned armor give me an additional 25 on top of it. That's basically all the buffs there, and breaking it all down in a sense. So I just thought I would include that as extra at the end. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.